still me, your baby, your sweetheart, your darling, your love, BUNMI AGUDA. And this time, today, I will call this an expo for those in position of authority. Yes, the word change has been overflowed in the context of politics in Nigeria. However, change is the only thing that is constant. This word was deployed for professional and political purpose in Nigeria by the APC as an opposition party before the presidential election in 2015. It is no longer new that all facets of our national life has been messed up by chronic corruption. Government policies are hardly thought through. Several policy papers and projections are as good as the papers on which it was presented. In my country, Nigeria, we have got professors from different universities in the world, but we continue to lack a tailor-made solution to even the basic challenges of the 21st century. Let me start this way. One of our basic challenges in Nigeria is security of lives and properties. Remember, any nation that fails to manage the economy and social life of its citizens through tax revenue will forever struggle to attain real development. The very basic that any serious people or nation could do is to plan for good of all is to keep a reliable database of our citizens. After 56 years of independence, the petrodollar income over the decades that has run into billions of dollars has failed to provide the basic for the good of all. Look at this scenario. Car theft is still very rampant. A simple wielding of even a toy gun on the highway by some unscrupulous beings makes you lose your car forever. The system is not organized scientifically to make this business of car theft unattractive. Isn't it better to scientifically set up the documentation system for purchase, import, and registration process for a car than spend money setting up anti-robbery squads all over Nigeria? Follow me on this scenario that I am looking at. The customs import documentation and duty payment platforms in Nigeria has continued to run with no connection to the licensing authorities. Imagine, in this 21st century, it takes little effort to link the two. What is the need for this link? If a standard for vehicle registration is set and coordinated by the federal government through all the states of the federation, then make the custom import and duty platforms accessible to the registration authorities for verification and a precondition for registration of all vehicles. It becomes a double-edged sword in resolving the following problems. Every vehicle presented for registration must be tied to an import or local purchase record. 1. It becomes impossible for you to register a vehicle that lacks proper documentation for import payments or purchase tax. 2. It significantly takes out possible theft of a vehicle as it becomes impossible to register stolen cars. 3. It serves as a base for registering stolen vehicles to ensure its registration papers are not renewable. Remember, to register a vehicle, the importation platform must be accessed, for it is a guarantee for government that taxes due on imports and registration are almost unavoidable. So, think about it. How in full swoop several vices are eliminated. The police simply needs to be equipped to access the information through set-up platforms. We can only imagine the orderliness, right? The worst a car theft expert could do is to clear out or change the chassis numbers after the car is stolen, which gets him exposed immediately. A security officer accesses a non-existent database. If the Treasury Single Account TSA could work, what stopped this from being implemented? The very frustrating thing here is that the kind of change being preached in this part of the world does not envisage this kind of innovative approach to solving problems. Don't come with your unusual Nigeria arguments. I have rolled this with some experts and this is adjudged a hit. For you change managers, Saving the people is not all about speaking grammar. So, as you know, we have no patent rights on this expo for you. So, go and make it happen and take the credit. I'll be back.